and welcome. I am Kelvin Bradley, and I am doing a video. And today, the video is gonna be pretty much about. Well, I'm gonna give you the spiritual side of Black Lives Matter, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. Okay, so and the reason why I feel like this group that's deceived the world, and also I I actually had a vision of this a long time ago, like during the term of Barack Obama being in office. So I apologize if I wasn't on time. I apologize if I wasn't on time with the message, but it's better late than never. So here we go. I am going to give you guys why Black Lives Matter um, is dangerous spiritually, because this is this is it's a it's a it's a spiritual battle, and first I'm gonna give y'all some facts. If you look on I think Google or something, um, like I think they deleted it, but it had said that they were a Marxist group, and it was started by two lesbian witches, and also it's just run by witches and warlocks. So, um, so that I mean that's just pretty much the a danger factor right there. Um, and then also, uh, hold on. So let me get started real quick with the spiritual, and then I will I will give my opinion at the end. So, all right, this is Luke chapter 9, verse 60. He said, "Let the dead bury their own dead, but you go preach the kingdom of God." Also another said, "Lord, I will follow thee, but first let me go bid them farewell which are at my home and my house." And Jesus said unto him, "No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God." So, and then there's Deuteronomy, which we're going to go Old Testament a little bit. It says, there shall be not to be found among you anyone that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or consulter with familiar spirits. And they also have said that they do that. Or a wizard, or necromancer. For all that these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these things the Lord thy God do drive them out before thee. So, then there's a story with King Saul and the Witch of Endor. I don't even know how much I'm going to read, but it says, now Samuel had died, and all of Israel had lamented over him and buried him in Ramah, his hometown. In the meantime, Saul had removed the mediums and magicians from the land. The Philistines assembled, and they came and camped at Shunem. Saul mustered all Israel, camped at Gilboa, Gilboa. When Saul saw the camp of the Philistines, he was absolutely terrified. So Saul inquired of the Lord, but the Lord did not answer him, not by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by the prophets. So Saul instructed his servants, find me a woman who is a medium, so that I may go to her and inquire of her. The servants replied to him, there is a woman who is a medium in Endor. So Saul disguised himself and put on other clothing and left. Accompanied by two of his men, they came to the woman at night and said, use your ritual pit to conjure up for me the one I tell you. But the woman said to him, look, you are aware of what Saul has done. He has removed the mediums and magicians from the land. Why are you trapping me so you can put me to death? But Saul swore an oath to her by the Lord, as surely as the Lord lives, you will not incur guilt in this matter. The woman replied, who is it that I should bring up for you? He said, bring up for me Samuel. When the woman saw Samuel, she cried out loudly. The woman said to Saul, why have you deceived me? You are Saul. The king said to her, don't be afraid, but what have you seen? The woman replied to Saul, I have seen a divine being coming up from the ground. He said to her, what about his appearance? She said, an old man is coming up and he is wrapped in a robe. And Saul realized it was Samuel, and he bowed his knee toward the ground and knelt down. Samuel said to Saul, why have you disturbed me by bringing me up? Saul replied, I am terribly troubled. The Philistines are fighting against me, and God has turned away from me. He does not answer me anymore, not by prophets nor by dreams. So I have called on you to tell me what I should do. Samuel asked, why are you asking me now that the Lord has turned away from you and has become your enemy? The Lord has done exactly as I prophesied. The Lord has torn your kingdom from your hand and has given it to your neighbor David. Since you did not obey the Lord and did not carry out his fierce anger against the Amalekites, the Lord has done this thing to you today. The Lord will hand you and Israel over to the Philistines. Both tomorrow you and your sons will be with me. The Lord will hand the army of Israel over to the Philistines. Saul quickly fell full length on the ground and was very afraid because of Samuel's words. He was completely drained of energy and having not eaten anything all that day and night. So pretty much is why it's dangerous to conjure up to do mediums and all that, and Black Lives Matter is doing this stuff. Also, it says, here it says, let the dead bury their own dead. Which means, y'all are about the kingdom, then y'all need to go preach the kingdom and forget about the ancestors, because, God is not a God of God is not a God of the dead, but of the living. So, yeah, like it says, once they're dead, they're dead. So, and also we gotta start cleaning up we gotta start cleaning up our own mess. It says to get your own house in order, right? So all these all these I guess the hoods or something, the projects, yeah, y'all go get your house in order, go check on your brothers like you tell us to do. Go do that, and then go preach the gospel. That's how it's supposed to work. If you really care about the Black Lives Matter and that much, that's what you're supposed to do. Um, instead of just um, it's like, where were y'all then? You know, where were y'all before all this? So I feel I feel like if Black Lives really matter to y'all, I wouldn't just show up when there's money to be had, or yeah, yeah, y'all just wouldn't show up when there's money to be had. Um, try to remember what I was saying, but yeah, we. It seems like Black lives only matter when a white police officer, when white people kill us, but yet we're here killing our own kind. So until there's like until y'all get your house in order, till y'all take care of each other, because white people take care of each other all the time. They do. But then we want to get mad. We want to get mad. They want to get mad when and this is another thing. All skin folk, unfortunately, are not kinfolk, man. Yeah, this is true. All skin folk, they're just not kinfolk. You know. Um, I don't know how else to tell y'all, but I'm gonna get off here and yeah, just get your house in order, man.